back to Good Morning Sri Lanka. My name is Banu, known as Barney. You can call me like that. And yeah, join us on our Facebook fan page because we have already liked it, and we share posts and YouTube videos of our show in case you have missed a show on MTV Sports. So we rock online as well. But just forgetting the fact and just bearing in mind that we always give you nothing but the best in deals in any field, we do have another rock star, as we've already given an intro. He's blushing when I say it because he's so humble. Humble beginnings right up until now. It's been the same way, Ajay?
It's been the same way, yeah.
It's been the same way, yeah. I guess so. So, over the past, up until now, you've worked with many designers. Who is your personal favorite out of the lot?
Well, I haven't, you're talking about the design that I've worked with, or design that I admire? Let me put it like this, let me tell you the designs I admire, because,
and then you need to pick one.
No, it's difficult to pick one, because I don't have one favorite, because I have lots of favorites, right,
okay.
among the ones that you work with.
So the top three, perhaps?
Okay, we could go to
all
that, right? So let me tell you people, designers I admire,
okay.
If you're interested in knowing that.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. Okay, so I really like, it's a good mix. I like Abraham and Thakur, their names are giving that people could go and check, kind of sensibility that they have. I like Tom Ford, he's an icon. Then there are very interesting designers like Comme des Garçons and Martin Margiela. They're like amazing designers. And it's also good for the younger designers to go and check these ones out, how amazing their work is. Yeah, they're the one that I really, admire.
So I'm right if I can say that they are your idols?
I don't have any idols. I admire their work,
You don't have any idols? You don't look up to someone and say, you didn't when you were young perhaps be like,
well, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a football star. So
wow.
So it's like a
what changed
like
that
part? So like a professional footballer. So if you ask me 30 40 years ago, 30 years ago, no, 30
would have been
years
David Beckham, yeah?
Well, David Beckham probably would have been the same age, I guess.
Okay.
So it was like more that. So it was always like admire someone to do something like that. So it was always like that.
Okay.
So so and okay, your second question was about the designers that I personally. Well, I like Darshi Keith Sena, because she was I've known her. She's a great friend and a very good designer. I like Sonali, Kanchana. I think that them personally. You worked with them from the time they started.
Don't worry, girls, don't take it personal. It's just be professional. Good Morning Sri Lanka. All right, I've saved yourself from the. All right, I do understand. It's a lot more than that, I guess.
Yeah, and I think that you when you first started interacting with them, you saw a spark. There and they've been with a lot of integrity. They've been true to the spark, and they really developed themselves. And developed. So we've been able to work with them. It's been a good relationship. So I guess everyone who comes on the fold. I mean, when I went to University of Mortar to do that the CFW day, I could see like there were 5-6 who were like great ones. Who would already they're showing at the Bright Spark show, and they would make a mark if they stay true to what they want to do. Then there is Upeksha. She's like really good. Ramona, Indy. Dimutu. There's so many now. Dinet, I guess everyone who shows there. I mean, they're amazing.
I don't know whether this is a solid question. This might sound a little cheesy because I'm not an expert in the field. Do you have instances where the fashion designers work together in groups, because that tests a level of synergy, I guess? Does that happen, or do you do that?
No, because see, each of them
has individualized.
Yeah, because see, Club of Fashion Week is a commercial platform for the designers to make a mark in the market and internationally. So they all need to be very true to their point of view, very true to what they do.
So it's very personalized.
Yeah, and if they want to collaborate and create something, right, they can do that. Like I think Ramona and Indy just did recently something together.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right, so far the family support and the family background we need to know, and I'm sure the audience will be dying to know about it. yours, because I know that you're originally an Indian, but you
Yeah.
came down to Sri Lanka back in around 1995 to 1996, that period, yeah? Then which year did you come down?
So no, that was in 96, 97, yeah. So so I have a son who's half Sri Lankan, so and he's been a great support, so that's about it.
All right. So now, since you're a legend in the field, and I'm not gonna let you change that word, because you revolutionized the Sri Lankan fashion industry, and I'm not taking no for an answer. But as a person who has accomplished so much in Sri Lanka and in the globe, tying up with many international brands for that matter, what's the best advice that you can offer to the amateur designers out there? What sort of single-minded message that you would like to encode to them, so they could decode it in such a way that they can understand, and then go to that level where they could say, this is going to be my career, I want to take part in this because it's going to be a beautiful journey ahead? What sort of message that you would like to give out?
First of all, I always say it's God's grace that works really strong, right? And if there's hunger, and if you're hungry and you're really passionate about this, right? I think hunger is above passion. I would say if you're hungry for it, right? And if you love design, and if you love something that if you love fashion, and you're hungry to make a mark. I would always say hunger, passion, point of view. If you have those three things, you'll do well in fashion.
Hunger, passion, and point of view.
Yeah. So
in that order.
In that order, you have to be hungry. You have to be hungry, and always look out. Don't look at the environment that you are in, because fashion is very democratic. It's with the media that we have available now, internet and online thing, everyone has access to it, right? So you're competing with the best always. So don't look around, so it's always hunger to do the best, right?
And I think personally it's a very, very risky field as well. It just changes so fast. Fashion today could be completely and utterly old-fashioned tomorrow. I mean, you really don't have, I don't know, this is my personal opinion, you tell me whether I'm right or wrong, because it can literally go on for years, or it could end in a day. What do you think?
Well, no, not really. You see, what happens if you...
Ouch! Not really. I put so much hard work into it, No, but tell me why.
Okay, it's like this, right? Now, if you are in software industry, that I think moves quicker. I mean, look at the phones. The biggest giants are crumbling because they're not able to keep up with the change. So I guess that's why I said if you're hungry, if you understand, this is where you belong, and you have a great point of view, because people buy point of view. People in fashion, people buy your point of view. What designer designs is the point of view that's put forward. Right, so the consumer buys it, the media buys it, the retailers buy it, right? So it's your point of view, but you need to be hungry to always keep developing your point of view. Okay, so and
stand your ground.
Say again.
And stand your ground in what you believe in.
Stand your ground. So I'm a very spiritual person, so I always figure out these things, that if you're hungry and if there's a point of view,
you hit the nail on the head.
Yep, go for it.
Go for the gold. Don't wait and take the silver. Go for the gold. Well, we have to take another commercial break. It's been fun talking to this guy over here. It's been such a blast, but we do have a few more minutes remaining, so after the break we'll be posting a few more questions on behalf of the audience as well. Stay tuned on Good Morning Sri Lanka on a Tuesday's edition, and we'll be back. Welcome back to the show. This is Good Morning Sri Lanka, and I'm your host Banu. For today we do have Ajay Singh, the founder of Colombo Fashion Week. We were just talking to him and just learned the fact that another show about apart from the big show in February, another show is coming up in September. Now tell us about it. Why is a necessity for make a biannual event?
Well, fashion weeks historically are season based. So, if you look at all the big fashion weeks in the world, there's like spring, summer, fall, winter. So it gives a certain sense of formality and a seriousness to the fashion industry in a country. So we wanted to give that to the Sri Lankan fashion design industry as well. So it's not. So a lot of people think that Colombo Fashion Week is just a glamour show. That is it's the year end. Is all the effort throughout the year culminates at that point of time. Right, and we wanted to create another season which is very, very natural for Sri Lankan design, is the resort wear. So this show focuses on the spring summer, and the September end show, which happened in Gaul just like in October, focuses on the resort wear. Okay. I always felt the resort wear will be like the growth season, right, and it will be a high growth season in the world. And we really want to use that also to put the Sri Lankan fashion design industry on a global platform, that we would be the first one to create a new season called resort wear, because people spend time on the resorts, they wear clothes as per the resorts they go to, and Sri Lanka has an advantage on that, right, because all the designers live in this environment of resort all the time. They can't design fall winter, but they'll be so comfortable designing resort wear. So that gives us a niche as well, plus to a global audience who we want to expose to the Sri Lankan fashion design industry should look at it with a certain amount of seriousness and a formality.
Apart from that, do you have another long-term vision in this?
Yeah, we want Colombo and Sri Lanka, actually Sri Lanka, as a hub for resort wear fashion. And I must add that I have 3 partners who work with me very closely, and we discuss this whole thing really well. One is like Dirk Flamer Caldera, and one is Prasad Bedappa. So so all these things we keep strategizing. How do we take it to the next level? And so there is a vision behind doing that, and we feel that resort wear will become as big as the spring summer show, which is in Colombo, which we'll always do outside Colombo, because it gives a good tourism story as well. So I think we will be able to bring the right amount of a good kind of publicity to Sri Lanka with the fashion story, which is actually which is like the creative soft power, so to say.
So the preparations for this show have already been done, or is it still
this is like we're in the peak. We'll be like we're like on full gear at the moment. So the other one starts something like in April. We'll start the other one. So it takes us good like 4 or 5 months to prepare for these shows.
Alright, so the preparation goes on with what's the first step for you guys to prepare as organizers?
Well, what happens is firstly the work that goes on with the designers, like with the universities, like it starts from CFW days. It starts with interacting with the younger designers, getting them applications coming in. Then their entries going to the international designers to get their feedback on them, preparation, retail, like online, the whole aspect.
Is there a screening process as well for the applicants? Initial stage?
Yes, screening process as well, plus creating the platform, how to make the platform better, how many other fashion weeks we can connect with. It's like every aspect, like there are 5 key aspects, like the retail, media, designer grooming, international tie-ups, all that kind of works together.
So who looks into the financial side of it? I'm sure the marketing and the sales and the budgets.
All that. I think as a team we look at that whole thing, and then we keep like I said, our goal is to uplift Sri Lanka's fashion design industry. So everything that goes into taking that up is what we keep putting it into our plans. We always work like 2 years ahead in terms of the planning.
It's a united goal that you work for, and so far every year you've achieved.
Yep,
without a hindrance, without any problem actually. So from the bottom of my heart, on behalf of MTV Sports plus Good Morning Sri Lanka, I wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you very much
for the show coming up.
Thank you very much.
All the shows in the future, and all the projects that you would be taking part in, and that you will be gearing up and leading, because I think